Am I live? I want confirmation before I start. I think I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. Here we go. Okay, beautiful. All right, so hello. It's been a little while. I've been busy with IRL stuff and focusing on other things. However, I'm back for another one of these album reaction live streams. I haven't done one of these since October when I reacted to In Waves by Jamie XX. Since then, I've kept up with like a handful of things. As far as stuff from this year, there was the new Weekend album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, and I liked that quite a bit. However, when I saw this new Etienne De Crecy album, or Crecy, however you pronounce it, was announced, I knew I had to do a reaction to it because this is his first album in 10 years. So let me give a little bit of my own personal history with EDC. I'm just going to call him that for the sake of brevity for the rest of this stream. So I discovered him not too long after I discovered Daft Punk. Don't worry about the copyright school thing. I'll get that finished when I have the time. Actually, I'll give some context on this comment in case you don't know. Because I did post an announcement about it, and I know not everyone reads those, so I'm just going to pull it up here. Basically, one of my videos got deleted, and it wasn't like a block, like a worldwide block thing. It was a copyright strike, and it was my Gifsaffelstein Live at the Brooklyn Mirage video, so that got full-on deleted. So here's the status post or whatever you want to call it that I made about that. So you can go ahead and read this if you were wondering why that video was taken off the channel. So that's annoying, but yeah. Let's get back on topic. Brooklyn. Good to see you, Justin. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, all right, so let's go back to my history with EDC. So I started following him not too long after I found Daft Punk. First album of his that I listened to was Super Discount, which is still to this day a personal favorite. This is one of those albums that, in my opinion, has an unreplicatable atmosphere and mood to it. Really unique presentation, and I like how it manages to have some like dance bowl moments and some like kind of breezy, lighter stuff. A lot of highlights here, even if there are a few things I could nitpick. This was also my introduction to Air, thanks to this little remix right here. So that's this is definitely my favorite album from him. Then there was Tempo Vision, which kind of streamlines the kind of chill, dancey stuff into a more, I want to say more like broader appeal, because this album is like very, very French. You can see almost all the titles are in French. You should. It's a really, really good album. Yeah, very French, and there's like samples of French speech. So this one is a little bit more, or not a little bit, but more accessible. I didn't get to this one until a little bit later, but I still very much enjoy it. And then after that, there's Super Discount 2, which kind of changes his sound a bit into more analog, synth-heavy stuff. Not really as much sampling going on here, but I don't mind the shift in sound. I still really, really like this album. And then we go to Super Discount 3, which came out, was it? Almost 10 years ago. Excuse me. Yeah, I like this album a lot. It kind of continues the more analog synth sound to it. A lot of hard-hitting stuff here. A few more samples here and there. I like this album a lot too. The only thing is, this album has no business being called Super Discount 3. It doesn't carry any of the concepts from either Super Discount 1 or 2. But regardless of that nitpick, I still really like the album. You're welcome. That's one of the reasons why I like making these videos, is to introduce this kind of music to people that may not have heard it, or those who already are a fan of this kind of stuff. Exposing them to like new artists and tracks and whatnot they may not have heard of. All right, so I think that's enough of a preamble. So let's go into the new album, Warm Up, which came out 3 days ago. I have not listened to any of the pre-album singles. So this is all going to be fresh for me. Not a super long album. It's a little under 40 minutes. But yeah, I'm very excited to get into this. As you can see, each track has a featuring credit. Going into this, he did say that this is his first all-vocal album, so every single track here has a guest vocalist, as you can see. I am looking forward to this one in particular, because I've been a fan of Gorillaz for quite a while now, so to hear EDC and Damon Albarn collaborate, it's going to be pretty cool, I imagine. The rest of these names, I've heard of Caro Benito before, but the other names are a mystery to me. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it with World Away. World Away, very, very nice intro. Very nice opener. I really like the new disco combined with the acid synth that comes in during the second half. It sounded, at first to me, it started sounding very like warm and nostalgic. I'm like, all right, I'm liking this. And then the acid synth comes in. I'm like, there we go. That's what I like to hear. Very, very cool addition to the track there. I also like the breakdown, how everything got soaked in the low pass filter, and then the isolated vocals came in on top of that. Yeah, that's really, really cool opener. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's go on to the next track, Brass Band. I think this is going to have some brass instruments in it. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. Alright, well I guess I was completely off the mark with that sarcastic comment I made before I played the track. That was really cool too. I like that a lot. A little bit more subdued than the previous track. I like the analog whoop 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 synths and the distorted electric pianos. Those are the aspects of the track that I like the most. But yeah, really cool. I'm going to take a little break here to read some comments. Are people really crapping on this on Rate Your Music? Well, it's Rate Your Music. I'm really not surprised. But that's interesting. I might have to have a look at that after I'm done with this stream. This is a massive improvement over to Super Discount 2 and 3, so they can screw off. I can't really say anything about that yet. As far as my own personal opinion goes, I mean, it's going to take some more listens before I, draw a conclusion on if this is better than his other work or where I'd put this in the ranking or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I could add maybe a track or two on the next episode for various electronic artists, but I feel like at this point I should just make a dedicated video for EDC specifically because I put him in like a million of my various electronic artist episodes. So I'm kind of inclined to do that instead, but I don't know, we'll see. With that, let's move on to the next track, With You. Pretty generic name, but should be interesting.
Days, big smoke seeing through the fog, he went in my face. I am about my business on any day. Thorough love, ethic, and the wisdom. I've been on late. I punched the law, spit in his face, pig moans, bleeding through the gauze, he quivered in pain. High up on my wish list is any fade. I just want my fist hitting something racist, yeah. I'll just blow my piff while I'm flooded pages. Cause I don't wanna grip, I don't wanna pace this. No, you don't want no referee, you just wanna take this. Yo, work got low pedigree, my shit got you paid, bitch. Y'all don't want no enemy, in me on my frankness. Spinning my Benny, the TV got me in the banquet. Hollow be your friendly, shallow be your statements. Got them with your
I just wanna be with you, always, somewhere. Maybe you should take me with you, always be there. I just wanna be with you, always, somewhere. Maybe you should take me with you, always be there.
Loosen up your laces, teeth strong, chewing all the rubber off your braces. Each dawn through and all the view illuminates this. Peace, my mind, the wander, but my brakes quick. Let my pain stick when my fate falls. Like chin, shoot on to the great wall. Like roots in the ground to the rainfall. May it bring fruits by Try to pound to my plate, God. And I'm pray, God. Made a love pour through a great fall with a cup more. There's no time better, I remember. Cause the blunt smoke burning it a day to an ember like,
always someone. Maybe you should take me with you. Always be there. I just wanna be with you. Always somewhere. Maybe you should take me with you. Always be there. I just wanna be with you.
and I pray, God. Made a love pour through a great fall with a cup more. There's no time better, I remember. Cause the blunt smoke burning it a day to an ember like,
Okay, that was great. I'd say that's the best track so far. Really like the change in style to a more hip hop kind of track. I like the vocal performances; they match the beat really well. The time stretched harp samples sound really cool. That's a really unique sound. I like that a lot, and I do like the subtle touches in addition to like the do 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 synth bass, like the little vocal samples and guitar in the back. Yeah, I like that a lot. That was really really good. Not much else to say with that one. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have to consider that for a future video. All right, now let's move on to Karma.
We synchronize. Every move is televised, idolized. Merge with us and magnetize. We synchronize. Every move is televised, idolized. Merge with us and magnetize. We synchronize. Every move is televised, idolized. Merge with us and magnetize. We synchronize. Every move is televised, idolized. Merge with us and magnetize. Déjà vu, je reste calme. Pas un geste avant l'orage. Comme flash dans le noir. Une vision prémonitoire. Encore plus près des étoiles. Les soleils déclin mirage. Un présage au hasard. L'amour se fait son radar. We synchronize. Every move is televised, idolized. Merge with us and magnetize. We synchronize. Every move
All right, so that was pretty cool. I don't really have much to say about this track. I do think the female vocals do give it a different flavor than the previous tracks. But as far as specifics go, I don't really have much to say. I like the house piano and the bouncy kind of vibe, but that's about all I got. I gotta say, this album is kind of impressing me so far. I mean, I didn't really expect it to suck, but it's been very consistent so far. You know, this is why I'd say UDC is one of my favorite artists. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the samples that are already found for this album after this because I know on Who Sampled there are a few that have been found so far. I know you mentioned you found one of them before. So, yeah, now let's move on to Take It Back.
I can look back and say I'm wrong. I can see that it's all my fault. I can look back and say I'm wrong. I can see that it's all my fault. Shaking your head every chance to get to love. As long as we're cool. Shaking your head every chance to get to love. As long as we're cool. I don't know why I tried to go. I don't know why I tried at all. I don't know why I tried to go. I don't know why I tried at all. Shaking your head every chance to get to love. As long as we're cool. Shaking your head every chance to get to love. As long as we're cool. Take it back, sit through my tell me that you're still in love. Take my hand, feed my heart, let me know you're still above. Take it back, sit through my tell me that you're still in love. Take my hand, feed my heart, let me know you're still above. Take it back.
All right, so I kind of have similar thoughts about this track, like I do with the previous one. It's very smooth sounding, very wavy. I do like the doot 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 and the breakdown that occurs around the 2 minute mark. Yeah, shout out to the Chemical Brothers. They're great. I love these guys. Definitely the next time they release an album, whenever that may be, I'm gonna do one of these live streams for that because I have to. Yeah, I'm not really surprised about the pop-ish direction because I semi-expected that given that every track has a vocalist credit. I do think it would have been cool if he did some like producer collabs too, like he has in the past with like Alex Gopher and stuff like that, and kind of made it like instead of just an all collab vocal album, like an all collab vocal and producer album, kind of like something like Jean-Michel Jarre's Electronica 1. But yeah, that was a pretty good track. I have not heard of Sports before. Pretty good vocals. I can check to see. No, I haven't heard of them before. Let's look at the credits here. It says performed by Sports and EDC, so maybe? Not entirely sure. Yeah, and if Kira Panino was anything to go off of, it made sense. Just surprised with how sleek it is. It is very sleek. I agree with that. Like, even with, I know he's like has more of a preference towards like analog equipment, but this is definitely the smoothest his stuff has sounded. Yeah, I would love Was to for sure. Where did Alex Gopher go? I mean, I know he's still like mastering stuff, but he hasn't made his own original stuff in a while. But that would be cool. I would love that because that's really I don't want to say like an obscure French house album, but not everyone knows about it that's into that kind of stuff. So yeah, I agree. That's a really good track. One of the best ones off that album. I really like the it just hits so hard. I love it. I don't know that much about Alex Gopher, but Demon seems to be. Is that so? Because that would be cool. Because as far as like Demon goes, he had his stuff in the 90s that I really liked. Then he had that like random album in like 2004 that no one really seemed to like. And then he had a bit of a comeback, and then he kind of like dropped back off again. So I don't know, but it would be cool to see either of them make new music. So anyway, going back to this album, let's go to the next track, Outside.
Something's coming.
All right, well, Outside is definitely the album's strangest moment so far. I do like it. It has a really cool, like, weird disorienting vibe to it with that, like, wow, 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 wow synth that's, like, doing some panning from ear to ear. And there's a lot of, like, record stop sound effects that I think are cool that are, like, applied to, like, the music. And some, like, pitch shifting, like that one synth in the back where it's like, doo, 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 doo. So, really unique track. Vocals are strange, too. So, yeah, I like it. Would I call it one of my favorites so far? I don't know about that, but I can see this one growing on me. It's a cool track. So now let's get to Ignition. All right, that was a cool track. The intro was nice and airy, pretty sounding. There are some touches to this track that aren't on the other ones so far that I like, such as the drum fills and the vocoder. That's always a nice touch. Yeah, the vocals are goofy. I was thinking more like playful, but yeah, it's in a good way. I like the barrage of effects that got applied to them after when the word day is looped. I also think a line about minimum wage is funny, and I think it's funny how the song ends with a vocal that just says, "No, turn it off." So yeah, this one's cool. I like this track quite a bit. So now we get to small screen.
Across the nation, everyone gathers round. We come together on the same station. Across the nation, everyone gathers round. We come together on the same station. Our beats are on the sofa, shared out in the dark. In silence as they recap the story so full. 'Cause everybody needs to get lost in the stars. And nothing else could ever reflect who we are like the small screen. Small screen. Small screen. Small screen. Some of the bold lights, some are still catching up. But watching it all takes a whole lifetime. Some of the bold lights, some are still catching up. But watching it all takes a whole lifetime. Our beats are on the sofa, shared out in the dark. In silence as they recap the story so full. 'Cause everybody needs to get lost in the stars. And nothing else could ever reflect who we are like the small screen. Small screen. Small screen. Small screen. Every weekend, it's a new season. A star-studded cast, audience ratings off the charts. Massive production, ridiculous budget. Unanimous praise, every award there is to claim. Small screen. Small screen. Small screen. Small screen.
All right, that was a very nice track too. The airy vocals match the instrumental pretty well. I like the kind of like, I know they're probably not kalimbas, but they sound like it. And I do kind of like the computerized vibe that this track gives me. It reminds me of like old video games, like NES games for some reason. I'm really sure why. The previous track felt very tropical to me. But yeah, I also like the little details. Like I noticed there was like some surface noise inserted in the track, so I thought that was cool. Let's look at some comments here. Honestly, my least favorite track. Fair enough. Still better than half the stuff on Super Discount 3. Did you not really like that album? Because I thought it was pretty good, even if it was... some parts of it are just really goofy. I would like to ask about your wages, but screw it. I'm leaving your offline life alone. Yeah, please do. I'm not going to disclose that to you guys. I kind of resolved to keep my online life and personal life mostly separate from each other. Like, I don't even, like, show my face on this channel. Although, I will probably one day. Hashtag my ass is a track that exists. That, as dumb as that track is, I find it endearing and funny. So, even if it's, like, it's really stupid. So, I only care for her with Macross 8299 Horsey. Yeah, that's a good track. I think Sarah Benito of this group. I think it's a group. I don't know, but I've seen this name before. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get to the next track, Monte Carlo. This should be interesting.
PC, forehead driving. Correlate teeth, poor fed knocking. Poor pace, get ignored with a login. I don't get huggled in the life that you're not in. I don't dodge any fight that I brought in. My guardian, butter like Joe, pre-revolt, pre-roll, look weak till I breathe on it, goddamn. Tear ducks on the beach, dressed I in.
I heard your money calling. Keep it breathing for me. Keep it breathing for me. I heard your money calling. Oh, it's the loudest crowd out here.
I heard your money call, yeah. Lily's in it tomorrow, 'cause she's broke. So, yeah, so releasing and flying. Feel lust on the cheek of a lion. Mistrust in your lease and your lying. 10 blunts in the Maylane Brian. What I make no playing. What I ain't no I am. Cayenne all on the plate, they was buying. Cooped up, hit my line like dying.
I heard your money calling. Keep it breathing for me. Keep it breathing for me. I heard your money calling. Oh, it's the loudest crowd out here.
I heard your money call, yeah. Lily's in it tomorrow, 'cause she's broke. Yeah. Come on. Slow it up a minute. Let's get out of here, I gotta eat. One, two, three.
I got a fish telling Lordy. On boy like she creeping and crawling. I'm on the ballin', that pussy I'm Florida. Gotta throw wetter than less than Florida. I'ma go get it, I'm burning like Monte. I got my dominoes dropping like orders. Solid to all the living, ain't it gorgeous? They set me up and feeling like a poet. They say it ain't no finer less than my darling. Say it, I'm kinda killing like a ball.
All right, that was an interesting track. Nice bouncy vibe to it. I noticed this is the third track to have Frank Leone on here. Yep. I like the tempo change towards the end of the piece and how it ends by having everything bit crushed to death. Aside from that, I don't have much to say, but it's a cool track. Have fun. That one's okay. My main complaint is that it doesn't really do anything that none of these previous tracks didn't already do. But it's serviceable though. It's nice and chill, and I do like the piano outro. So with that, we only have one more track left, Rising Soul with Damon Albarn. So like I said earlier, this is the only vocalist other than Carlo Canopino that I'm familiar with. So I am looking forward to this one quite a bit. When I saw the track listing revealed, this is the one that I was like, ooh, I want to hear this one. So let's hop to it. Rising Soul. That was a nice outro. I really like the electric piano. I just like the sound of that particular instrument, so I'm always game for that. And the acoustic guitars are nice too. Albarn's vocals are decent, but not as good as I thought they'd be. They're kind of like voice cracky-ish. Also, did he like record the vocals in his bedroom or something? Because I hear a lot of background noise before the drums come in and his vocals are there. You can hear some like background noise there. It's a little strange. But yeah, it's a good outro. I did actually get a slight spoiler on this though, because EDC released an instrumental track called Rising Soul a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure he repurposed part of it for this new track. So I kind of want to go back and compare, just out of Curiosity. No, I'm familiar with Albarn, and I've been a fan of Gorillaz for years, so I really like him as a vocalist, and I still do like the track quite a bit. Let's see here. It's on this compilation release somewhere. Yeah, here it is. So I kind of want to compare this real quick. Let's do that. Yeah, he did switch the drums out. The drums sound better in the version with Albarn, for sure. Is that a protest album? That's just what he named the comp. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, there's merit to both versions, though, so I'm glad about that, at least. So that concludes Warm Up. Overall, it's a pretty good album. One or two tracks that don't really do much for me. Those would be Take It Back and We Can Have Fun. Those are kind of just generic sounding to me. But everything else is pretty good. So yeah, EDC is pretty left-leaning. I don't really follow his like politics or anything. I ditched Twitter years ago, and I'm happy about that. But yeah, I'm happy with this album, and I'm glad I saved it for this live stream. Yes, I know how to speak English. Thank you to everyone who joined. I enjoyed doing this. I'm definitely going to look at some of the samples after I'm done with this stream. And, yeah, I read your mind there, didn't I? Should I just, you know what, I'll do that live on stream. No reason for me to, I can make it interesting. Ooh, okay. Should probably be under, like, okay, I can already see a few. Latest editions. 1, 2. Okay, so 3 have been found already. So let's have a look at these 4. See if they're anything interesting. All right. Alright, that's a pretty clear, direct sample. Yeah, he's no stranger to sampling Phillips here. That's cool. What else we got? Drum sample. Yeah, I noticed there were some sample drums in this. That's cool. Seems like it was a fairly commonly used break. And another drum sample. Alright, that's a pretty subtle sample. Alright, went over the samples. Yeah, maybe I'll include one of those in a future video or an EDC video. Yeah, do you have me on Discord? If not, you're free to add me. I'm sure you're on the sample server or something. But yeah, that about wraps things up. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys next time.